sacrifice permanent? It is, so we will pay to sacrifice this. Gain some life, grab another token that's lethal. Bingo, bango, bongo. Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm TOS and you're watching Hello Good Game. Today we are playing Eldraine Courtside Brawl. And we are playing Savage Hunter. And this is one of the new Brawl decks, right? We're playing Brawl. So here is our commander, Corvoid, Fey Cursed King. He's a legendary creature, Dragon Noble. He has flying, he's a 4/4, and he's going to cost 5 to start with. And then there's diminishing returns of them costing 2 more every time they die. When he enters the battlefield or attacks, sacrifice another permanent. This is a requirement. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, put a 1/1 counter on Corvold and draw a card. So we're trying to make food tokens, or cheap things that are easy for us to sacrifice, to power him up and to keep him smashing and bashing. We have a Witch's Oven. This is our only 1-drop, if you can believe it. We could sacrifice a creature, create a food token. If sacrificed creature's toughness was 4 or greater, create 2 food tokens instead. So when we sacrifice things, there's other triggers in the deck that we're going to get to, so it's all going to make sense what all the sacrifice is about. We have 1 Orzhov Enforcer, Death Touch Afterlife, so this is basically 2-in-1 creature, great value. Priest of the Forgotten Gods. Now we can tap this to trigger a sacrifice, which is really important because this is an aristocrat-based deck. So we're sacrificing 2 other creatures, any number of target players each lose 2 life and sacrifice a creature. You add 2 swamps and draw a card. So you're killing 2 creatures. Each player of your opponents is sacrificing a creature and they lose 2 life. You draw a card and gain 2 mana, so really good value, especially with the sacrifice ability. Paradise Druid, this is just a ramp. Paulin Bright Druid, we can put a counter on target creature or proliferate. We have a couple things we could proliferate if we got going. This is just a nice little creature to sacrifice as well. Woodland Champion is actually pretty powerful. Whenever 1 or more token enters the battlefield under your control, put that many 1/1 counters on Woodland Champion. Food tokens are obviously tokens, right? We also have amass tokens in this, so Woodland Champion is a very powerful card in this deck. Here we go, immediately after the Dreadhorde Invasion for our amass tokens. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and amass 1. Whenever a zombie token you control with power 6 or greater attacks, it gains a lifelink until end of turn. Arcane Signet, this is just a ramp artifact. Cost 2, you can tap it and add 1 color of your commander's color identity. Golden Egg for 2. You can sacrifice the egg, 1 mana of any color. You can also pay 2 and sacrifice the egg, gain 3 life. Or you can just sacrifice the permanent itself with the Fey Cursed King. Moving on to our 3 jobs. We have a Plague Crafter. When it enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a creature or a planeswalker. Each player who can't discards a card, so this is great. More sacrifice triggers for your own deck here, right? Krenko, Tin Street Kingpin. This is kind of out of place, but still works fairly good because it makes the tokens that you're then able to sacrifice. Whenever he attacks, put 1/1 counter on it, and then create a number of 1/1 red goblins equal to his power, which is really cool. So he's going to make 2 tokens his first attack, and then 3 and 4, and if you buff him up, he'll go even faster. Thrashing Brontoton, again, we can sacrifice this, destroy target artifact or enchantment. He's even overall pretty powerful. Cost 3 and is a 3/4, so really good. Judith, the Scourge Diva, this ties it all together. Creatures you control get +1/+0. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, Judith deals 1 damage to any target. So this is a great way to just pile in that damage. We also have Mayhem Devil. Whenever a player sacrifices a permanent, Mayhem deals 1 damage to any target. So that's going to be helping with all of our sacrifice triggers. Leyline Prowler. This is more mana ramp / death touch / lifelink. So this is a great value card. Savvy Hunter for 3. Whenever it attacks or blocks, you create a food token. So that's super powerful. You can also sacrifice 2 foods and draw a card. Rhythm of the Wild. This gives you Riot, either a 1/1 token or haste. Creatures you control can't be countered at that point as well. So very, very, very cool. We have Vindictive Vampire for 4. Whenever another creature you control dies, Vindictive Vampire deals 1 damage to each opponent and you gain 1 life. So this is another way to stack those triggers of your sacrifices. We have Golgari Finebroker. This is a 3/4. Whenever it enters the battlefield, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. And then Bake into a Pie for 4. Destroy target creature. Create a food token. So kind of a silly card. Pretty fun though. Angrath, Captain of Chaos. Again, for 4 creatures you control have menace, and -2 is a mass 2. He comes in with 5 loyalty counters on him, so you get 2 mass 2s out of that. Death Sprout. Destroy target creature, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, tap and shuffle your library. This is a great way to remove their commanders when they hit the battlefield. Moving on to our 5-drops, we have Sir Conrad the Grim. Whenever another creature dies, or a creature card is put into the graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature card leaves the graveyard, Sir Conrad Grim deals 1 damage to each opponent, so basically anything but exile. And then you can pay 2. Each player puts the top card of their library into their graveyard, which will trigger it twice again. Rapacious Dragon, his says flying. Whenever it enters the battlefield, create 2/2 creature treasure tokens. Or not creature, just treasure tokens, sorry. Keeper of the Fables. Whenever 1 or more non-human creatures you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, which is great. Moldervine Reclamation. Whenever a creature you control dies, you gain 1 life and draw a card. That's great. Moving on, we have some pretty heavy 7-drops here. We have Find/Finality. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Or Finality for 6. You may put 2 1/1 counters on a creature you control, then all other creatures get -4 until end of turn. Izoni, Thousand-Eyed. Such an expensive card, but so powerful. It has Undergrowth. When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 black and green insect creature token for each creature card in your graveyard, so this could be very powerful. And then you can pay 2, sacrifice another creature, and you gain 1 life, draw a card. So again, with the sacrifice ability. Blood-Soaked Altar. You can tap it, pay 2 life, discard a card, sacrifice a creature, create a black 5/5 demon with flying. You can activate this only anytime you can cast a sorcery. So again, more sacrificing, and this will actually sacrifice a creature into a new creature, so very powerful. Taste of Death. Each player sacrifices 3 creatures. You create 3 food tokens. Oh my gosh, that is powerful. Thorn Mammoth. This is one of our favorite cards here, because whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Thorn Mammoth fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. So every time we reamass, this is going to trigger, or something like this. So he'll be fighting other creatures all day long. He does not even need reach. He snags them with his trunk. And that's that. We have a ton of land in the deck. The deck was a lot of fun to play. I feel like this was more powerful than Sir Gwen's deck, the Knights. There's just so much juice here, and there is not a lot of removal in the Knight deck, and we have a lot more removal here. I had a lot of fun playing this. We went 3-0. We just bashed people. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought of Compulsion's draft the other day. I know we had to fix the audio a little bit, but other than that, I think personally it was really good, but I'd love to know your guys' feedback as well. And then maybe let us know what kind of decks you guys are interested in seeing SPR Kata take a look at for best of 1 and best of 3. Yeah, so put all that down below in the comments. Make sure to watch this video to its entirety because it is banging. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Let's see if we can't feed some dragons today. Probably not stacking 6 wins like the other day here, as our event's already done, so we're just looking to quickly showcase all the decks to you guys. Thorn Mammoth is a pretty heavy drop, and we do have 2 ramp creatures as well, or permanents, I could say. We've no drop for 2, so we can play our Jungle Hollow. Do you guys like the squeak? That's a good squeak, man. Every time we get a kill, you're gonna hear me squeak it today. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Do we ramp? Or do we go right for it? We're playing against the Teller of Tales. We could hit 3, 4. Let's continue to ramp. Let's just go right for it. Try to get this mammoth out. We're listening to the Tim Ferriss show this morning. Mike Phillips, How to Save a Species. So if you're interested in that, you can listen along while we play. So we have 3 here. We may as well play tapped because we can't play for 4. Well, we could, but we're going to toss that. And let's get some more ramp out. So we're sitting at 3, 4, 5, 6 for next turn, which we're still falling shy of our mammoth. We're going to come in tapped. Let's get our Dread Horde invasion out, which is great. No attacks here. We're going to keep it tight, keep it cool. Dropping our mammoth next turn. Now we're not playing Fakehurst King because we don't really have any permanents that we're really looking to sacrifice at this time. Once we get Dread Horde rolling, that makes it a little friendlier. But we may as well get the mammoth out first and foremost, right? Because this actually combos really well. So whenever I enter the battlefield, we get to fight another target we don't control. So we're going to smack down this huge flying fairy. No offense. That guy is massive. A 5/4, and he creates little baby fairies that are 1/1. So we have some permanents to sacrifice now because of our mass. So we could get our king out. We can also go in deep for this combo and play our Vindictive Vampire. So we're going to deal 1 damage, gain 1 life when our token dies when we eat it with our Cursed King. And then we're also going to fight another guy with Thorn Mammoth. So there's going to be a couple things triggering here that our opponent is not going to appreciate. So let's smash this guy out of the field. We can't target Paradise Druid, or else we would have. And then we'll be sacrificing our amass token. Let's put a token on our Leyline Prowler. Then we can get some attacks in. As long as we don't get wiped, we should be okay. Thorn Mammoth. Ow! We get a little bit of our own medicine there. And I guess we probably should have put our token onto our Thorn Mammoth so we could have dealt with his Thorn Mammoth. That's a play I was absolutely not expecting. Holy moly. Yeah, we're just gonna go for it, I guess. And let's go wide. Let's get some attacks in first. We're going to pass our turn here. We're still in a good position, but we're going to want to close this out sooner rather than later. Okay, gets a nice draw here. Ugh. One, two, three, four, 5, 6. So we could play this, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7. Oh no, because I have to pay one. He can't kill us, so he's probably just going to take the damage, and we gain a little bit more life, right? Which is always good. Oh, wow. Is this a new Hydra we've not seen? Turtle Hydra. He enters the battlefield with X 1/1 counters on it, so he's costing 2, and then you can pay 3, remove a 1/1 counter from him, and destroy target artifact or enchantment. Really cool. Nice. So we might have gone into a little bit of trouble here. We do have flying, which is great. He's got no reach. I'm going to do haste. We're just going to get right into it. And we're going to sacrifice our Pollination Druid, which gives us a counter, which is great. Let's draw a card. And we are going to get that attack in, boys. So you have to sacrifice another permanent. We're going to take out that gentleman. We do 1 more damage. And is this whenever you sacrifice permanent? It is, so we will pay to sacrifice this. Gain some life. Grab another token. That's lethal. Bingo, bango, bongo. So that was a pretty cool way to end that match. And we just got to see some of the cycling power that's available through sacrifice. Okay, so we have some ramp. We have some dig. Free mulligan's fine. I think we're gonna just pass on that, right? We have no 1-drops. We draw Sir Conrad, which we've seen in our first Brawl deck. He's really cool, and this actually works with us sacrificing our own creatures near the end. Interesting. So that'll deal an additional damage to our opponent. And again, no drops for 2. I'm not going to drop Pollination Druid or Pollen Bright Druid off the start here. We want to do that later on. Okay, so he's drawing with that. That's okay. Let's just get some ramp going if we can. So Angrath is pretty nice too. If we can beef up and then have Menace, that really helps. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. We're gonna throw Angrath out.
You're just fuel for the
Got some -2 on him.
for it.
What are the chances of him double blocking? Probably slim to none. Yeah, so we're just spreading the gap a little bit. Gaining 2 life, he loses 2 life. He's got 5 lands on tap. We'll have 5 as well, only. Okay, so he's got Cinderella Slipper for some haste. Interesting. I would have put that on his commander because then it could have attacked. Oh, it gains indestructible. That's hot. That is hot, hot, hot.
Make all sail for high and
Very
dry.
nice. So this is kind of a weird situation. Maybe let's just try to go bigger and badder than he is. No attacks here. We want to use that to sacrifice for our Conrad. Or not our Conrad, our Corvold. So we could take Angrath back, which might be really nice here. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's fine with us, honestly. Wow, we're not blocking here. I can't cast creatures, but this artifact enchantment is able to slide through, and we're gonna rock and sock them right away. which is great. And a second damage. And we get to attack for 5, which is so groovy. I don't know about you guys, but I think that's a little bit of a misplay on single combat. I mean, yes, I couldn't play a creature, but Mask of Immolation certainly did save us there. We'll get to draw next turn with Keeper of Fables, which is really nice. That's a card we got to see yesterday as well. So he's getting rid of our Mask of Immolation, which is totally fine with us, in all honesty. Oh my goodness. Let's just get a draw in. Oh. Oh, he's a human knight. No! I assumed he was something crazy. Okay, so we see Gwen. He can grab haste as well. He's got menace and vigilance. So he takes a damage there, but draws a card. Plays land, gains life. That's fine. So he comes out equal. What do we get here? Let's get a big boy out there. Let's eat a land, and we draw a land. So that's perfect. Oh, Plague Walker, that would have been perfect for us. He's gonna need to block here as well. He's in a risky position. Right? That's fine with us. Accessory Blade. That's okay. Nothing we care about. And the Shield Breaker we don't really care about either. So we are A-okay. Oh, Mortify, you dirty dog. I'm gonna throw it in my graveyard. I'm gonna grab it. We're gonna take Angrath, screw it. So we can get him next turn just with Menace, right? No blocks, we're just gonna take it. Right, we give everyone Menace, that should be GG's.
Hear me, monster. Ramming speed.
Right. He's forced to double block now, which means we're still getting 4 damage in. So, we get to draw, and that actually works with Death Touch and Afterlife. Afterlife will give us a flying token. So this is all good. All good, all good, all good. Also, we have too many attackers with Menace, so that's game. A little bit drawn out this match, in all honesty. I had to turn my podcast down, I was getting distracted, so... I was talking about Grizzly attacks and stuff. I feel like I'm the Grizzly attack. People should play dead. So we're locking in victories here pretty successfully. Let's see if we can get a third.
I love them all.
So this is a slow... slow roll. I don't know if this is going to work for us. Let's take a mulligan. A little bit better, I think. Keeping 7. Free mulligan, that's always great. And we have no tapped lands. Let's get some green rolling. Tomb of Legends puts page counters on it. So it enters the battlefield with page counter on it, and whenever your commander enters the battlefield or attacks, put another page counter on it. You can pay 1 and remove a page counter from it and draw a card. So it's a draw engine. Ooh, Rose Spiral. Does he drop another land? That dirty dog. Nice. Let's get some food tokens rolling. We have our Brontodon. We can get rid of Tomb of Legends, potentially. Alright. Let's just get the kill in. Lets us ramp as well. And we have 2 black. Let's grab another green, I guess. I'll attack. Get a food token, which is Dandy. Ooh, who's hungry? Okay, Leafkin drew, so he's continuing to just blow up the field mana-wise. Rhythm of the Wild is a pretty sick draw. gonna get that attack in again here for our second food token, which is hot. So we're gonna feed our dragon with this. The Fey Cursed King. He's hungry, he missed lunch. All these people are bringing him food tokens, you can see in the art. So with Riot, he needs more blockers, so we're hitting so heavy. For Ring Sphere, when it enters battlefield until your next turn, creature can't attack you or planeswalker you control unless they're playing controller. We have to pay each for 2 attack. Interesting. Land out there, gain that life. We're putting tokens on them so we can't attack. Eating that food up, yum yum. And honestly, I'm gonna get that attack in. Oh, cancel. I'm not. Whoops. My bad. Okay, so he's getting that draw in, just kind of annoying. We're good to hit pretty hard next turn. Oh, that dirty dog. Zone. Costs 7 to cast now, that's not ideal. Let's get Mayhem Devil out. View battlefield, let's go haste. Let's go haste again. I actually kind of forgot we had Riot. It's pretty cool. Haste is fun. He might have forgotten that we had Riot as well, because that makes his time wipe not as hot. Alright, so we see Beanstalk Giant. Strong as a number as his power and toughness are equal to the number of lands he controls. So he can only block 1, which is great. We're still getting 6 damage through. And I believe we should get the trigger from this cat here to draw a card. Hopefully it's a land. No land, but the Find Broker is totally okay with us. We can sacrifice to deal damage. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's aggressive. That is very aggressive. Did not expect that. So we're kind of getting land screwed here.
Ever seen water burn? You will. Come on!
Okay, what do we do here? So he can block one creature only. So we'll only be doing 5 damage. No attacks, let's try to push through. Okay, we need to play our Judith to win. This is fine, he can have more land. Good for you. Yeah, you paid 3 to pull a forest. Late game. Shark though crap. He's pretty tough. Okay, so we pull a land. We absolutely need Judith on the field. Paste. This out.
Speed.
I think that should be game. He doesn't have the blockers, and then we could trigger this during battle if we need to. We could trigger this during battle if we need to as well. Okay, so we got a big battlefield here. Oh goodness, we're doing 4 damage, 5, 6. That's just game. Who cares? Who cares? Yeah, this guy's gonna die, deal with damage. Who cares? That was the worst blocking I've ever seen. So we got a little bit stuck there as well, but we're really being able to sneak in these wins, which is really cool. This was Savage Hunter. It's all about sacrificing things to get bigger and badder, deal a little bit of damage, gain a little bit of life. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for your chance to be entered into win up to 500,000 in gems. I'm sure you're sick of me saying that, but it's never gonna stop you guys. Never, ever, ever. So we'll see you all tomorrow, and have a great day.